I got fired from my job.
Okay.
And I had nothing to do. Thank you. I had even $50,000.
Oh wow, really?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. Yeah, there's just YouTube has money. I think it's just about being creative and consistent.
Come to Kenya this year.
Welcome to Kenya. You will love Kenya, but you have to warn about something though. You need to be very careful.
Why?
Because
hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Maria's World here. If you're stopping by for the first time, please consider hitting the subscribe button.
Subscribe now, it's all the wait for.
But if you're not, thank you so much for always sticking around. Today guys, I have the most influential African female
And let me say amen.
travel
Thank
vlogger.
you. Thank you.
Don't you guys know, like,
Thank
yes,
you.
so and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I feel like there are a lot of young YouTubers who actually want to ask these questions, so I'm trying to like make it easier, and answering them will actually help me and them a whole lot.
Okay.
So now we're going to be talking about you traveling the whole Africa, or let's say the world at large, because you've not just traveled within Africa, you've actually gone outside Africa. So now, first of all, I'm going to start with what motivated you to like start up your YouTube channel.
I got fired from my job.
Okay.
And I had nothing to do. Thank you. I had nothing to do, but still it's like the best thing that ever happened to me, because if I wasn't fired, probably I'd still be working at the same job. So I had nothing to do, and I used to stay in the house, you know, and you get bored, so you start going online to watch YouTube videos. You know, I did before that. I just thought it's music videos on YouTube. Then I started seeing, you know, people make their own videos, and I'm like, what are these, you know, vlogs? Oh wow, okay, maybe I can try. Maybe I can try also and make. So that's just how I started. And I decided to start. Yeah.
Okay, so moving on to the travel I was talking about, what was the first country you actually visited?
Okay, so the first country I visited was Uganda.
Wow.
Yes. After moving around Kenya for a very long time, my brother was going for a business trip in Uganda.
Okay.
And he said he can pay for me, so I was so happy, and I took advantage of that, because he offered, so I took it. And I traveled Uganda, and I was alone most of the time, because during the day my brother would go to work and I would go out to vlog, then we meet in the evening. So I think it was about, for almost, was it 2 weeks really? I think between a week and two, somewhere there, like maybe 10 days. Yeah.
Wow. So okay, as at then you have not really started your traveling vlog. You just went because your brother wanted to go to Uganda.
No, I was already vlogging. So when he said he's going to Uganda, I thought, oh, I can go and make videos about Uganda. So yeah.
Okay, so what actually motivated your traveling vlogs? Like after Uganda, I started going to different places. What was the motivation?
After Uganda, I got a company that approached me and said they want to pay for my trip to Tanzania. And I was like, oh, okay, that's amazing. So of course I took it. And then after that, I was just in Kenya. I wasn't making so much money, so I wasn't able to travel. So I was just in the country. I was depressed. I was wondering what I was going to do now, because I wasn't even making $100 on YouTube, you know. So I was like, what's my next move? I didn't know what to do. But one thing I knew is that I never want to do a 9-to-5 job. I just felt like my life, there's more to life than a 9-to-5 job.
Yeah.
So now that's when I decided to try something new, although I didn't know what that new thing means until Maya DM'd me. And he was like, yo, let's meet up in Ethiopia. Of course after we talked for a while, like I think 2 months, and he was like, no, meet up in Ethiopia and create content. And I was like, oh, what do I do? Because I only had about, was it $300? And I remember the flight ticket was $300, so I had like $400. Yes. So I was just depressed, and I was like, now if I stay here and then I use this $400 and it gets finished, I'd better just to go and see what this country has to offer. So I decided to book a ticket and join my in Ethiopia, and that was one of the best choices I ever made in my entire life, because it's been a journey, but it has gotten me to this point right now.
So you like seized that opportunity and made something out of it. if you are to advise a young YouTuber who is like trying to take on this path of traveling, what are you gonna like tell them?
I'm gonna tell them, don't be scared to take the risk. You know, you have one life, and no one is gonna live this life for you. You have to do it for yourself.
Yeah.
And if you don't take the risk, you will never know what will have been on the other side. But if you take the risk, you will live knowing that, you know, at least you tried, which is amazing.
Which
so
is amazing.
yeah,
You're right. So yeah, you seized this opportunity, and you know, right now it was the best thing you actually did.
yeah.
So okay, being fired at your job, starting YouTube, you know, scaling from one process to another and getting to where you are now. Can you actually share with us how much you make right now on YouTube, if you don't mind?
Okay, so
You can give us estimate actually.
so how much you make on YouTube depends on how hard you have worked that month, how many videos you put out, the views that you have gotten that month. It's not like a specific salary you get, it's about your effort. WODEMAYA loves to say that YouTube is a money-making machine. The more content you put out, the more money you make. The less you put out, the less you make. So usually it changes. So YouTube is about, you know, how hard you work. That's why it's very important to be consistent. If you're more consistent, you see more results.
Yeah.
So the money actually ranges depending on how hard someone works. You can make from up to $5,000 to even $50,000.
Oh wow, really?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. Yeah, there's just YouTube has money. I think it's just about being creative and consistent.
Wow. So now, if you are to like advise a young YouTuber, what are you gonna tell them? Are you gonna tell them like, make videos every day, try to hustle so you make money, and you know, what are you gonna tell them?
What I'm going to say is just never give up. I feel like there have been so many moments in my life where I wanted to give up, and you just get tired and you don't see hope. You're just tired. But I really thank God I never gave up, because I don't know what would have become of me. Like, I started YouTube with some of my friends and they gave up because the money was not enough. Money was penny, very little, you know. And they said they'd rather go to a 9-to-5 job and at least to make money instead of struggling with something that is not making money. So they gave up on it.
The money wasn't looking feasible. You know, one thing with
Exactly.
YouTube, I've realized that if you're a starter or if your YouTube have not seen light, you make like pennies, and it's so discouraging and demotivating. So that's why a lot of people quit. But once your YouTube blows up, like, trust me, you're gonna like make a lot. So all we are saying is being consistent and trying
Never
out
give up.
and trying out things you
Take the
feel like.
risk, yeah.
So Miss Trudy, are you trying to tell us that the money you make on YouTube is the money you travel with? You don't have
Yes,
other
now.
investments, you don't have any other things?
I am a full-time YouTuber, so all the money, of course, it comes from God.
I know,
Through
really
YouTube.
sure.
It comes through YouTube, from God through YouTube. So yes.
Wow. You guys have heard it all. Be consistent, be positive, pray. If you serve God, then it's good for you. You know, don't look at this little penny you're getting now. I mean, it just
Things
takes
change.
one video
Exactly.
to like, you know, right?
Yes, so yes.
And I'm hoping it's my time very soon because,
Yes.
you know,
It's coming.
I know, right? Anyway, so now this is 2021. You are in Nigeria. What are your plans for this year? Do you plan like traveling to more countries, or do you even plan to like leave Africa this year? Share with us.
Well, this year I want to be more consistent.
Hey.
I feel like I haven't been giving YouTube my best, so I want to change that. I want to be more consistent.
Okay.
I want to travel to other African countries.
Oh well.
I feel like we have the most beautiful continent in the world. Yes, I visit other countries outside Africa, but we want to focus on Africa. Yes, Africa is our main focus.
So this year is gonna be strictly Africa.
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
going to come to Kenya this year.
Welcome to Kenya. You will love Kenya, but you have to worry about something though. You need to be very careful.
Why?
Because most people who come to Kenya, they end up staying there. You know, so once you go there, you might just decide to stay. You know, so be very careful. Be very careful. Don't just say you're going to Kenya.
But I'll be moving to Kenya.
You're moving to Kenya.
I'll carry all my
Welcome to
kayak to Kenya.
Please don't try you're carrying a bag. Just carry it because you might just not come back to Nigeria.
Oh, seriously?
I warned you.
Anyways, guys, I guess this brings us to the end of this video. Thank you so much, Miss Trudy, for gracing my channel and actually giving us this advice. I mean, I need this advice myself, and I'm gonna like apply it on my channel. I'm gonna like try to be more consistent, because I think that's my problem. I feel like, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I don't have time for this, and maybe I'll try to be more consistent and, you know, grab every little opportunity I have, and maybe I will make that $50,000 on YouTube.
It's possible. Nothing is impossible. And please, when you make that $50,000, I beg, share now. Share.
Okay, well, I bet you sure will. Anyways, I guess this brings us to the end of this video. If you love this video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I will leave her link down below.
Please,
even though
come
I know
to my
you all
channel
know
and
how
subscribe. I beg now.
Catch you guys in my next video, and until then, bye.
Bye.